Hey guys, welcome to the show. Here's a small clip of the missile attack on one of the Iraq bases housing U.S. troops. And first reports of this attack said there were no U.S. troops injured. And that's what all media sources were saying, all outlets, that there were no troops injured at all, that they missed their mark and maybe deliberately, intentionally missed their marks. But as we come to find out now, that was not the case. Now, this rocket attack, in response to the January 3rd U.S. drone missile attack on Soleimani, it's on screen. I have a picture of what was left of that attack. And to add to that, Donald Trump last night in a private fundraising, private event with donors, of his campaign or whatever, talked about seeing the live footage or hearing this go on live. I don't think he didn't have live footage, but he was, intact with this situation and how he went on with that conversation, which some didn't approve of. But let's get this clear: the individual needed removed from the situation. Now, how tactful you are about it is different, but a very bad man was erased out of the picture, which makes the whole world safer. But President Trump's contact was speaking in a matter of which 2 minutes out, 2 minutes left to live, minute and a half out, 30 seconds left to live, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, target eliminated. He's gone. And that's how the conversation went with the military or CIA contact, or that President Trump was connected to that day of that attack on the 3rd, I believe. And, then January the 8th, Iran strikes back, and in between there's a downed airliner, which Iran shoots down an airplane, a passenger jet, and which killed a lot of people. And a Canadian individual who lost his family on that flight, outraged. We've seen the headlines, and Iran, even though Iran accepts that they done this, they put the blame on the U.S. for causing the situation. They're still blaming the U.S. for the airplane that was shot down, even though they shot it down. And that all leads up to the events of the rocket attack on the 8th on the 2 Iraqi bases. First reports, there were no casualties at all, and several days later now, and we're a day out from what now is being released, that there were 11 U.S. soldiers injured and was sent to different bases for medical treatment, waiting to be cleared for fit for duty, and they're expected to return to Iraq when that is done. Now, on the one base, the Al-Assad air base, several were treated there from the blast, and on screen you'll see a picture of what's left from that place. Now, first indications was that maybe they missed their mark on purpose. Not everybody was reporting on this. They all jumped on that bandwagon. That maybe they'd missed on purpose. The military, everybody was. I don't know why, when they had the truth, at least the military did. They knew what actually happened, but still they give false and misleading reports that they missed their own mark. But these rockets were meant to kill, and the only reason these rocket bursts, now these were 2 waves of rockets, which were several rockets each, and that clip, maybe you'll be seeing it right now, maybe I'll put it before I start on about this, but you'll have already seen the rockets, the wave of them, a brief clip of that, and there were 2 of those, I think 3 rockets each, or 4, something like that. But these rockets were meant to kill, there's no doubt about that. These would have killed U.S. soldiers if it wasn't for quick response and preparedness. They were underground in bunkers at the time. And several of these soldiers, they're still being treated right now for symptoms from the blast, and U.S.-led military coalition fighting ISIS in Iraq and Syria made a statement on that. So, once again, to recap, these rockets were meant to kill, and that's a slap in the face to the U.S., and Iran that's what they're calling this, it's a slap in the face to us, the U.S. There could have been a devastating loss of life there, because as you see in the picture, the place is devastated with a 10-foot deep crater in the ground, and in response to our attack on Soleimani, their most powerful general, which, I mean, obviously, it's anybody that has kahunas are going to, regardless of who or what, where you're from, you're going to usually retaliate, but still, once again, make no mistake about it, we took out a target that needed to be taken out, and the world's a better place for it. And to you guys, so you're informed about this, the U.S. soldiers were transported to Kuwait and Germany, 2 different necessary facilities to diagnose brain injuries. That's why and where they were sent so far away. I reckon they got the best treatment, even though initial reports said there were no casualties, and now we find out there were, once again, 11 casualties. So guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you have that bell hit so you know when I upload a new video. And of course guys, we'll see you in the next video.